Rambo did that. That's Rambo 3. Rambo 3.
Your uncle's like, fuck ISIS,
Yeah.
I'm Larry.
I just
Freedom
finally got
Fry.
down from a panic attack. I'm having fun now. Leave me alone.
It's like the 5th best school in Philadelphia.
So this is Mike and the Machine. We did this show. This is my friend Boodro. Incredibly talented tattoo artist and comedian. This is my friend producer Seth. He is trying to be a comedian. You know what I mean?
All right. Easy.
Last year we did this show. Boodro submitted a tattoo show at the festival. Jenny said yes, and she volunteered me because she hates me. And we had a good time. Boodro and I got to know each other, and we started making a show together. We've made, I don't know, how many episodes have we made, producer Seth?
Like 16.
Yeah, we made like 16. So you guys can go check those out.
I inflated the numbers a little.
we fudged the numbers. And I have a podcast that has 101 episodes. So thank you so much for being here. We really super appreciate you. We asked who wanted to get tattooed, and a couple people submitted, and then we went through and talked to each of the people, and we picked 2 people. One of them we're doing tonight. The other will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. So, you know, fucking get up early. Get up early. You can you just don't stop drinking. Like, what's fucking wrong with? I can't wait to smoke weed. All right. The guy who's getting this tattoo, the way that the show works is we get somebody to get a tattoo. I know nothing about the tattoo, and then we start talking. So please give it up for the person who is brave enough to get a tattoo in a dirty comedy club. Give it up for Jad, everybody. Jad.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, dude. If you hear the machine, that means you're getting tattooed. Don't do nothing stupid.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, if you need to stop for any reason, just say the word.
Well, we
It's no
can't do
problem.
that. We're filming. You can stop if you want to, I guess. So tell me about, I see a bike. Where you from, man?
Well, I'm coming here from New York City, but I grew up in West Virginia.
Okay. West Virginia, hell yeah. Oh, West Virginia fans. There's like 3 of them. They're all here.
Yee. We're all here.
So tell me about this tattoo and why.
I think part of it is the producer texted me asking what tattoo I wanted while I was biking.
Nice.
I was doing a bike.
So
I
is
knew.
biking like so you said you live in New York?
Yeah.
So that's main mode of transportation?
Yeah, dude, I smell horrible. I don't.
So you're like every New York open micer?
Brother, I'm punishing my fellow comedians. I
Oh,
bike
good.
like 27 miles a day going to all these mics.
You bike 27 miles a day?
Oh, yeah.
I drive 25. I try not to do more than that. You know what I mean? It's exhausting. How are you biking 27? How old are you?
I'm 34.
34, and you're biking. Get the fuck out of here. Have you been biking? How long have you been like forever? Are you a bike guy?
Yeah, one of my first jobs, used to be like a bike courier
Okay.
back in the day. This is like before like Uber Eats.
In West Virginia, up and down the mountains.
Up and down. No, this is back in Philadelphia.
Okay. I was reading on the questions that they said you've had quite a few like real big people jobs. So how long have you been doing comedy first? Because that's pretend.
Pretend, yeah. I've been doing comedy for no money for like 5 years.
Hey, you're a professional. Congratulations. Yeah, look at this. A room full of comedians who make exactly the same amount of money. So you've had a bunch of like interesting jobs. So you were a bike courier. It says that an EMT for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was. I was bad.
That guy comes. He comes to every show. If anybody says EMT, he does that. He likes fucking EMTs. So you were bad at it?
I don't think I saved any lives, dude. I may have killed a couple guys.
All right. Hey, look. How long were you an EMT for?
I was doing that about a year.
How do you become an EMT?
You go to LaGuardia Community College for like 3 months, and then you take a written exam, and that's it.
That's it, dude?
That's it. They don't even, you know what's wild? They don't
It's
even-
easier to do that than comedy?
It's an extensive process.
I mean, the wild thing is they don't even teach you how to, they make sure you know how to park the ambulance, and then you can drive with lights and sirens. That's it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to go be an EMT. Fuck this thing. I also read that you were in the military.
I was, yeah. I was in the Marines.
Same process, LaGuardia and...
Not too dissimilar, yeah. You can't.
How old were you when you went into the military? What branch did you go into?
I was 19 years old, went into the Marine Corps.
Why? No, I just mean it's like 19 years old. Usually the reason people go into the military is for school or they, nobody loves them.
It was a combination of both. Well, I'd wanted to be a reporter. I'd wanted to be like a war zone reporter.
You're not a reporter, you're a killer.
He kills people with them thick ass bike riding legs. You know what I'm saying?
These glutes.
So you go into the military. You want to be a reporter.
Yeah, I wanted money for school.
Yeah.
And I wanted to also cover conflict. So I said, what's kind of the best way to do that is the Marines. It's if you've seen Full Metal Jacket, that's Joker's job in the Marines. Who's a combat correspondent.
I mean, look, if you're looking for conflict, the U.S. military's got you covered. So you go to the Marines, and do you get a job with them as a war reporter?
Yeah, the job is it's called combat correspondent.
Okay.
And it's basically you go around and you write different for little magazines and stuff that goes out to Marines on different bases. So
Okay.
I hopped around Europe and Africa basically for 4 years doing that.
No shit.
Yeah.
And so you get out of there. You're 23 years old.
23.
And where do you go from there?
So then I had the GI Bill, so I could go to college for free, and I went to
LaGuardia.
No, I could afford better than LaGuardia.
All right. So where'd you go?
I went to, honestly, not much better. I went to Temple University.
Dude, temples are good. See, all the fucking smart people laughed, but I'm like, hey, Temple's pretty good. You know what I mean?
It's like the 5th best school in Philadelphia.
So you go to Temple. What do you go to Temple for?
To do my bachelor's in journalism.
Bachelor's in journalism. And so then you take that bachelor's in journalism and you turn it into...
Well, basically, I missed my graduation.
Fuck that thing.
Right? I went to, instead of going to graduation, I went to Syria. There was a civil war that was going on. You could just do that back in the day.
You could just do that?
Yeah.
So like, who did you ask? Did you ask the people in the military or the people at Temple? Were you just like, can I go to Syria, in wartime?
Yeah, this was 2014. Actually, you joined a Facebook group. Not unlike Open Mic Comedy.
This is why I'm not on Facebook, dude. Yeah. So you go on a Facebook group and you're like, I want to go. Bombs in Syria is my jam. I want to go to Syria. So you ride a bike to Syria, and that like. I don't know geography. So you go to Syria. What's happening out there, dude? What's every day? What are you doing in Syria?
So, the whole thing is just getting in is really hard because the border's closed. Reporters are getting kidnapped and killed and stuff.
And this doesn't bother you at all?
No. Come on.
Are you a sad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Us fucking, us sad should be fucking firefighters and shit. We're running to a burning building, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
It's like, it's not heroic, it's just, I want this over, you know what I'm saying? And my guy's like, I'll go to Syria, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah. It is. There's brave and then there's sad.
Yeah. And on the Venn diagram, we find comedians. And so, so you're in Syria, dude, and you're trying to get into Syria, and I can imagine most people are trying to get the fuck out. So it's like going up a down escalator or what?
It was, I don't know. You hired this guy. I hired this fixer.
Like a fucking coyote?
It's like if a coyote got you back into Mexico,
Yeah.
essentially.
It's like hiring a guy to get you back into Mexico.
Yeah, if Mexico was... It's exactly that. It's a reverse coyote.
Am I the only one that's picturing Liam Neeson?
I hope it was actually Liam Neeson.
No, I think it was a cab driver.
So you get this cab driver and you're like, hey, can I get my bike on the back of your cab? And then I need you to bring me to Syria.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, leave the bike.
You can't ride a bike on war-torn streets.
No, his whole plan was stupid. His plan for getting into Syria was...
The guy you hired to get you into Syria had a stupid plan.
It didn't seem... I mean, actually, it seemed stupid right away. He didn't tell me the plan until we were at the border.
Okay.
And he's like,
It's a
all
solid
right.
move.
Damn, he got me, yeah. I was gonna... He was like, look, all these trucks, there's, like, at this time of day, all these big trucks are going to go through the border, these semis.
Yeah.
They got these huge tires. Now, what you need to do is walk alongside those tires.
Wow. It's like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Right now, that cab driver is in Syria getting a tattoo telling a story about a guy he snuck into Syria.
Yeah, life's weird like that, dude. I don't-
All right, so how long, how much, I can stay on Syria all day. How long, this is like my favorite, I love Syria and I love cereal, and I can't spell. How long do you stay in Syria?
Just a few days.
A few days, yeah, that's about enough.
You see the sights. Well, I mean, you don't want to get, speaking of Liam Neeson, you don't want to get taken.
Right.
You guys getting took.
Do you think if you got taken that anybody would try to get you back?
Interestingly, yeah, my uncle.
Your uncle would? Your uncle has a very specific set of skills.
Yo, this is real talk. So we're Lebanese. My family's Lebanese. Lebanon is right next door to Syria.
Okay.
It's a true thing. A Lebanese girl got took in Syria. She got taken.
Took is the sequel to Taken.
Now, she got took by some like ISIS boys, some like Al Qaeda dudes.
Wow.
Now,
I should have given her a tattoo.
interesting. Yeah, I don't think she's allowed.
Oh, wow.
She's very Muslim.
I don't know the rules.
Yeah. She gets taken. My uncle finds out, and you know how like the U.S. is like we don't negotiate with
Yeah.
terrorists. My uncle is like fuck that. Not only does his idea, he was like, all right, they kidnapped this one of our women. I'm gonna kidnap one of their women.
I don't know what the statute of limitations is.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, spot the flawed logic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a solid move. I would have been like, I'm just gonna get the one girl back. He's like, fuck it, I'll take all of them.
Right. It makes sense. It's
So he got her back?
yeah. He went to he found out one of the kidnappers where he lived. He went to his house. He knocked on the door and his wife answered. And he was like, "Fuck, this is Arabs, all right? We're like hillbillies, but worse. Like, just showed up at the guy's house. His wife answers the door. It's my uncle and a bunch of dudes with guns. And my uncle says to her, "Your husband wants you to come with us to try a new restaurant."
And the guns are because we know you don't like Mexican food.
That's all. And she went with him. And the way my uncle tells it, it took her a while to figure out she had been took. She was in the car a hot minute. So then he was like, all right. She's like, I'm gonna call him. She's like, my husband's fucking ISIS, dude. He's gonna fuck you guys up.
Right.
My uncle's like, all right, call him.
Your uncle's like, fuck ISIS,
Yeah.
I'm Larry.
She calls ISIS, and
The 1-800 line.
Hold on. You can find the number. You fucking Google the number for ISIS. What the fuck? So she calls the 1-800 ISIS.
right. She's like, yo, I told these guys you're fucking ISIS. I told them you're gonna cut their heads off. And then he interrupts her and he's like, give him the phone. And she hands the phone back to my uncle. And
Larry.
To Larry. And he's like, yo, is she being, all right, she can be kind of a bitch when she gets taken, dude. The guy was like, is she being cool? Is she being chill?
How much does this woman, like, how gullible is this woman?
I don't know, man. Sounds like they're in a healthy relationship.
It worked out. They just traded. They
They
traded
just
ladies.
traded.
No harm, no
Like
foul.
Pokemon cards. Yeah. I'll give you this Pikachu. I want my Raichu back. So you get the. See, people see me and they don't think I know Pokemon. So you leave Syria, and you head back to Philly.
No, I went to. I got a job with Stars and Stripes.
What that is?
So that's a interesting construction. What that is.
Where did you go to school, Mr. Trundy?
I try to speak so Boudreau can understand me. So what is Stars and Stripes?
Stars and Stripes. It's a newspaper that serves the military abroad. So if you're like in Iraq or something, that's the newspaper you get, and it's like editorially independent. So you can write whatever you want. The Pentagon can't tell you shit. And they wanted me to cover the war in Afghanistan, and then the war in Iraq started, and they were like, "You got to cover that too." So it's a bit of a twofer.
So you said, fuck Syria. I'm going to fucking Iraq?
Yeah, Afghanistan first.
Afghanistan, okay.
Yeah.
Which, is that the bad one?
Actually,
I don't know,
I will
don't
tell
know
you,
geography.
Afghanistan kind of rocks, actually.
Yeah?
Iraq genuinely sucks.
What's good about Afghanistan?
Weed is
No, not like there's nothing good about it. I'm just like, what did you enjoy about Afghanistan?
So alcohol was illegal, which was a bummer, but weed was allowed and basically free.
Really? Wow, see, you don't hear that stuff on the news. You guys got to do better. So you're hanging out in Afghanistan. How long are you there for?
Off and on for like a year.
And are you? So what are you reporting? Who are you talking to? And what are the stories that you're?
I was going out with soldiers. I remember I wanted to see Americans in combat.
Are you wearing like the fucking vest and the helmet and
Oh,
shit?
hell yeah.
This bad motherfucker.
Pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to go see soldiers in combat, and this general, I just ran into him on this base, and I was like, yo, I want to go see soldiers in combat. And he took me to this very like remote combat outpost that was like surrounded by like the Taliban. He flew me there in his helicopter, and then he left. And I just stayed with these guys for like 2 weeks.
No shit.
Yeah.
2 weeks, dude. And so you get to know these guys, and you're writing all that stuff. How often are you writing? What are you giving back? Is it an article a day? Like, are you writing about them? Are you writing about the situations they're in?
It's all kinds of stuff. You're kind of covering the whole country. So
Yeah.
with soldiers, it would be like video, because it's people shooting at each other. You know, you want to get that on
Fun
video.
stuff.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Action. But then you would also write like just kind of human interest type stuff, interesting stuff about the culture going on.
For example, the interesting stuff about the culture?
Oh, it's the sickest thing. My favorite sport, the national sport of Afghanistan, sounds like a racist joke about Afghanistan.
Lay it on me, dude.
It's called Buzkashi, and in Buzkashi, dozens of men on horseback fight over a headless goat.
Rambo did that. That's Rambo 3. Rambo 3. Yeah.
100%.
I never wanted to start a sport in America so bad.
Well, once this show takes off, Boudreau and I are going to start a franchise. We're buying the team.
Free agents.
That's right. So How often did you get to watch that?
I like maybe like once a month.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, season tickets.
It's true.
Yeah.
Only so many goat heads. Man.
So they fought over the headless goat. Did they eat it when it was done?
No, you gotta throw it.
Away? Because you've been trampling on it with horses?
You would
I'd
hope
eat that
so.
goat. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's tenderized. Yeah.
So, all right, you leave there. You're now like a battle-hardened, like legitimately a battle-hardened journalist. You spent weeks in territory surrounded by fucking old Al Qaeda over there, and they're the bad ones. And then you, where do you go? You leave there. Where do you go there? Do you go to like some nuclear test site or something? It sounds like things are just getting more dangerous for you.
Yeah, I go to
Philadelphia.
I go to Bushwick. No, after that, I moved back to New York. I did
go
my
to New York?
master's in.
So you get your master's in journalism?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
City
And then
University
what?
of New York.
University of New York. So you 3 colleges for this guy?
Yeah, it's free.
Wow. Well, I
Still
mean
on the
3
job.
colleges. You went to Temple. You went to University of New York, and you went to fucking LaGuardia Airport.
Well, not University of New York. I don't want to seem that smart. I went to the City University of New York.
Man, listen.
Not quite.
Yeah,
That's
listen.
prestigious.
I'm dumb. You could have told me that, and I'd be like, hey, fucking Harvard over here.
Y'all don't know this, but Trendy solves math problems at night. he's got boards all over his apartment with just the most.
Boudreaux stays in my house, and I don't let a lot of people into my house because I look like a fucking serial killer. Because I'm a comedian, and I have ideas, and I have whiteboards everywhere, and it just says random shit. So I'm positive I'm on some list. Applesauce, bitch. And so you're back in New York. You get your master's degree. What's next?
For a while, I worked for the French. Ugh. Brother.
Oh, hold on. Like all of them?
No.
Because that sounds exhausting.
No, I work for some French.
Okay, that's better. You notice how you can say the French, but we can't say like the anything else? I'm wrong? You know what I mean? My friend JD's here. I can't be like, you know. I can't. Well, all right, so you're with the French. What are you doing for the French?
I was working for the.
Do you mean the people or the mustard?
Some of the people? No, I was working for Agence France Presse, which is like their AP.
Okay.
Their
Yeah,
Associated Press. In Cyprus. And I was the only dude there who wasn't French. Everyone else. You know the thing about the French?
Please.
They actually smell. That's true.
What do you mean?
They smell fucking horrific.
Dude, you ride your bike 30 fucking miles a day, dude. Somewhere there's a French guy getting a tattoo right now talking about this open mic. Who fucking...
Well, you know what was strange is it was like the hottest woman I've ever seen.
Right.
Very elegant French
Yeah.
lady, dressed in the chicest, latest stuff. Smelled
Really?
horrific.
Any French people? French people want to defend yourselves?
They're not
Right,
usually good at that. I said they're not usually good at that. Sorry. I'm over here sniping, man.
Seth drops a nugget.
Open mic Seth. Open mic Seth gets 1 laugh per show. Do not laugh at anything else he said.
I just
Freedom
finally got
fries.
down from a panic attack. I'm having fun now. Leave me alone.
Yo, all week we've been working on setting this up, and Seth's been shaking. I have a tin of Altoids, and I play this game with myself. I love Altoids. It's in my pocket. I have this game I play, and it's full of Altoids, you know. And when I open it, what I do is I offer them to people. I'm like curiously strong, you know. And I just eat them, but I never look at it. And 4 of those are actually clozapam. So you never know when your day is going to get good, but Seth calmed down about 6 o'clock. All right. So you're working for the French. They're not to you a pleasant smelling group of people. What goes on? What goes on after that? Where do you end up?
I worked for the French for like 6 months.
Are you doing comedy at this point yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And then I moved back to New York, and I was doing my EMT thing for a while. That's about when I started stand-up, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Had all these stories to tell.
You were like, I'm fucking watching people die all the time because I can't save them.
Sure.
Might as well go laugh about it. Solid,
cope.
dude. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you need something to give you material. You know, all the war stuff is boring, you know?
Sure.
You might be the most interesting open micer who ever showed up at the first open mic. You know what I mean?
Possible, yeah.
Did you feel, when you started comedy, did you feel confident in what you were doing? What was it that made you, like, you know, because most people here are comedians, and there's a day when you're like, fuck it, I'm doing it, I need to, or I hate myself and I'm gonna. You know what I mean? There's like that moment. What's that moment for you where you're just like, I can't not do it now?
Oh, well, I got into it obliquely. I started doing musical comedy. Like, I was doing, like, piano and stuff. I know, boo, sucks.
No, we love it here. We'll bring the piano up.
Oh, all right.
No.
I'm used to mean New Yorkers who hate that.
Dude, I think like 10 years ago, most, stand-ups are pieces of shit, right? And, I mean, there's always been this divide between stand-ups and improvisers and sketch performers and musical comedians. And I think it's like, most stand-ups get into it because we're a little self-centered and we don't love ourselves, so we can't love anything else. And if anything's different, we gotta fucking hate it. Yeah. And how dumb is it that we don't see people doing other fun shit and be like, I would like to learn how to have fun. You know what I mean? None of my stand-up comedian friends know how to have fun at all, but I hang out with improvisers and they're like, you want to go to the water park? You know what I mean? You got to hang out with people you don't like. You know what I'm saying? So Bob gets it. And so so you start, you're doing the musical comedy and stuff, and is that like a tough road to hoe for you?
Yeah, well, it sucks because when you're bombing, you still have to finish the song.
And then you got to put the piano on your back and ride your bike home. It's a whole fucking thing.
It's terrible. And there was always like stand-up in between the songs, and then eventually I realized it's like, all right, I don't have to carry around this fucking keyboard everywhere. And if I start bombing, I don't have to like sing a second chorus of the song.
Yeah, you can just apologize, put your head down and leave. Yeah. So you start doing comedy there. You're part-time EMT guy. How's comedy find you in the first year? Like, how do you feel about it? You're 5 years in now, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
So in that first year, tell me about that first year.
I sucked.
Yeah,
for the
well,
most
yeah.
part.
That's understood.
Pretty bad. The first year was mostly music, very, very like little actual stand-up, and then eventually I just found out that it just occurred to me that it's easier to write jokes than to write songs.
Yeah.
And I gained like way more traction. Also, an important point is I can't sing, so that was like kind of holding me back.
Yeah. That'll be a hindrance when you're trying to sing all the time. And so you get through that first year, you start writing jokes. What's your job at this point? When do you go from being an EMT to whatever it is that's next?
I got well, I'm trying to get into podcasting.
Oh, really?
I was doing
Tough thing to get into.
It is, yeah. Not a lot of comedians know that you could be a podcaster, you know? Pretty tough racket to get into.
One neat trick.
Well, it wasn't like comedy podcasting. I was trying to get into like just like these serialized like journalism.
Yeah.
podcasts.
Oh, yeah, because you're a fucking journalist. I forgot.
Yeah. And I ended up getting recruited. I'd been meeting with podcast houses in New York and like pitching them stuff, and they didn't have anything for me, but somebody in Philly had heard about me and was like, oh, I have this show called The Pulse. It airs on NPR stations. Why don't you move back to Philly and work on this show?
That's like a real gig, The Pulse.
Yeah.
Right? No, I mean, it's on NPR. What are you doing for The Pulse?
So I was there for like 5 years. I was doing.
You were there for 5 years. That's a meaty chunk of your life. You're 36, you said?
34.
34.
Yeah.
5 years is a chunk. So you're there, and how's that going?
It was good. I mean, it's like a.
You said it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While it lasted, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked there for. I basically covered like different science stuff. You do like different, like any kind of science story. It could be like a physics thing. Could be something from medicine. You just find interesting people. You interview them. You put together a little story. And the whole time I'm doing that, I'm doing stand-up. And my stand-up's getting bigger. I'm getting more like attention for it. I'm starting to get booked. Started having more people seeing my stuff online.
Yeah. You're getting an audience from a different place that's finding this other. They enjoy this thing, and now they're finding that you do another thing, and they're enjoying that as well, and that's fantastic. That's how to grow a fan base, right?
That's not how it went down.
No.
Nobody actually. What actually happened is like a vice president at the company at the NPR station came across like my Instagram, where I have all my stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And I was fired.
Yo, get the fuck out of
immediately.
here. So you're at the place where you're working at NPR for 5 years. You're a stand-up comedian the whole time. Well, musical comedian sometimes. But then you're a stand-up comedian for most of that time. You're posting clips. It's getting a little bit of traction.
Yeah.
The VP of your branch of NPR finds that. And then you get fired instantly?
Yeah.
Under what grounds? Like, are you... What are you doing? What are you doing on stage that's so bad NPR can't take it? Were you not boring? You know what I mean?
It was insane.
We won't have it.
At first, when they first fired me, it was like, what was weird is like all my boss and everyone I work with all knew I did stand up and didn't care. It was like literally this like one, or like I think it was two ladies, two like executives came across it, and they were like, it's disturbing, it's disgusting, it's offensive. I think they hit me with racist, sexist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, misogynist, which I feel is redundant.
You doing Trundy's jokes? I said, you doing Trundy's jokes?
Yeah, that's actually why we're here. I wanted to talk to you. Why are you doing my set? But so they find that and they think those things, and fuck you for saying that, Boudreaux. They find that, they see you doing those things, and you know, I mean, is it just their perception of the material that you're doing? You're talking about subjects they don't understand the humor, so it looks misogynistic, or was it actually those things?
It was a mixed bag. No, no.
Hey, look, this is a safe space. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean they just had like the most nuts kind of like interpretation of these jokes.
Old people?
Yeah, very.
Like how old? Like 75, 80 pounds? You know how you get thin when you get old.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically they like had a whole list of my jokes. And, like, everything that was wrong.
I
with
wish
them.
somebody made a list of my jokes.
Right? The attention.
Like, thank you for the set list.
So anyway, they called them all these things. Then they tried to like fight my unemployment. Like they were saying, like, 'cause if you get fired for cause, you can't get unemployment.
What year was this?
This was this year.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm still fighting them.
You're still fighting them?
Oh, yeah.
So you're in a lawsuit with them?
Yeah, I think I'm
Think you're gonna win?
gonna be very rich.
So could this be in like a courtroom hearing? This possibly right now?
Listen, Your Honor. If they listen, I hope you fucking win. You know what I mean? I hope you win, and I hope you get famous, and I hope people see this episode and give me and Boudreaux some money. You know what I'm saying? All right, so they fire you for that shit. It's just I can't even comprehend. Like I barely know what NPR is, but one of the things that they're kind of known for is like journalistic integrity and things like that. And this sounds like something that flies right in the fucking face of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the culture. Like, some of these people, I don't think they find anything funny.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Except for that show they do on Sundays where they have celebrities. You know
It's
the
wait,
one.
wait, don't tell me.
That's
it.
wait, don't tell me. That's right. That's their fucking sense of humor.
But they actually, during this hearing, this was the most surreal thing I've ever seen happen. I went to this unemployment hearing, and usually unemployment, it's you versus their HR person, and that's it. I show up to this hearing, it's me by myself versus two vice presidents from the company and two lawyers that they had hired, and they slid a DOS of like all my jokes.
What the
transcript.
fuck?
Bro, it was insane. And I was like still drunk from the night before. Because I didn't know. I thought it was like a...
You thought it was casual?
Yeah, I thought it was chill.
You thought they were going to be mimosas.
Yeah, dude, I went into in brunch mode. Now I can do it.
Only a comedian will go to court in brunch mode.
Well, I had gone back to Philly for the hearing.
Okay.
That's where, so I'd been doing stand-up all night.
And your family's there, so you got to get drunk.
True.
Yeah.
No, thank God they're in West Virginia.
Okay.
But I show up to the hearing, and then they proceeded to make this judge watch 45 minutes of my stand-up.
Did you get any laughs?
Bro, I got a smirk. I got
A smirk in court is a standing O in a comedy club. You know what I'm saying? If you get a smirk in court, you did some fucking work, dude.
But it was like something out of a movie. Like this lawyer was so dramatic, and he was so pissed that I'd used the word pussy, and he kept bringing it up. He was like, and is it your testimony that it's okay to refer to women as pussies? And I was like, what? I didn't do that.
Right.
He got confused of like just that I say pussy instead of vagina, and
Right.
he was like thought it was
Right.
some weird thing where I was calling women.
Well, in
pussies.
his defense, he's never seen a pussy in his life.
But he kept asking me this question, like, did you call a woman a pussy? And I was like, dude, this is a very bizarre question.
Right.
Why would I do that? And the judge was like, that sounds like an objection, and it's sustained.
Right. Yeah. Wow. The judge is helping you out because you gave him a smirk. It's so wild, dude. So, all right. So this is currently going on. You might get something out of that. You lose the NPR thing, and now, what are you doing now? Just waiting for the fucking money truck to come up?
Basically, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So no, I won that hearing, and what's really important about it is the judge actually ruled on the nature of my stand-up.
Really?
Like
Really?
she said, because they made her watch it all. So she's like, I think she's like, fuck these people for making me watch an hour of stand-up comedy.
Right.
But she wrote in her decision, it was like, his stand-up is obviously not discriminatory. It's extreme social satire of unfairness and hypocrisy. And she said this would be obvious to the mildly sophisticated viewer.
Mildly.
Yeah, dude.
That's the best word in that sentence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so we have these other hearings coming up where
Okay.
it decides whether or not I get my job back, how much money I get.
Wow. So would you want the job back?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah? Why? Why do you say hell yeah
to
like
say
that?
good morning to these people.
Yeah.
And good night when I leave.
So you get your job
I would
back.
become the worst employee
Yeah,
ever.
dude.
Like I would just be like, yeah, I'm not coming in till tomorrow.
Fire me
Good
now,
morning,
motherfucker.
pussies.
So if you get that job back, how long do you plan on staying? I mean,
Until they fire me.
Until they fire you, yeah. Wow. That's so intense, dude. All right, so you missed that. You're hoping you get that job back. What happens in the meantime? You get fired from that. It must be so fucking confusing in the couple of days that happens. That's a gut punch, man. I mean, just getting fired in general, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't have a job, so I don't know. But if you just getting fired in general is a fucking gut punch. And so you have that, you walk away. You go to an open mic right away? Do you start talking about this shit? Like, what's those few days after getting fired like for you?
Oh, I think the day I got fired, I think I drove to New York and did 3 mics and a podcast.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 3 mics
No, I
in a
didn't-
podcast.
I think I kind of... It was so stupid. I kind of always knew... I was like, I kind of always figured I would probably come out on top. Because it was just such a stupid... It's because like I know my act, you know? And it's like, oh, if reasonable people see this, there's no way I don't come out on top. Now, the problem is getting people to watch it. Because it's like if a news organization is like, this person's hateful, this person's racist, this person's this and that, everybody just writes you off.
Or
Nobody
they
goes
call
back-
you Dave Chappelle.
That would be great, but I don't know, dude. It was nuts. Like, you would see people like, people in like the comments section, because like local news covered it.
Yeah.
Would be like this racist, sexist, whatever, and I'd comment below it. I'd be like, hey, here's a link to my Instagram. Please watch my stuff and decide. And then they'd comment below an apology, being like, I'm sorry. This is it's not what they said. But it's like, how many people do that? You know?
Right.
So
Well, dude, I mean, you know, listen, you got the NPR thing going on. That's big, but I think you're overlooking the most important thing is you got somebody on the internet to give you an apology.
Very true.
It almost, you know, I've never seen it happen. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking dinosaur. You can tell me it exists, but I don't know. How has this last little bit affected your act?
I think only for the better, honestly. Because
Do you feel more free? Do you feel just?
Well, I mean, first thing I did is I was like, all right, I'm moving back to New York, and I'm just doing as much stand-up as possible, and that's what I've been doing all
Nice.
year. So it's like,
How's that? How's it going?
it rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much. You can do so much comedy up there. I mean, that's why I got this bike demon. Is the reason I don't ride the subway is because you can hit more mics if you bike. You can go, you know, you can string together 4 or 5 in a row.
Right.
But can you make a World Star video?
right. Maybe.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confrontations on the bike.
So what made you think of the bike demon specifically? Tell me about this specific. It was the first question I asked you, and then everything else became super interesting, so I lost the thread. But tell me about this specific tattoo, right? So you're on the bike. Producer Seth messaged you. He's like, hey, we're thinking about you for the tattoo show. Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. It's just become. I spend so much time on it, and I'm a menace on it because I gotta fucking. You know, sometimes it'll be like I'll have a mic on the Upper West Side, and then I have to get to another one in 40 minutes, and it's in South Brooklyn. And the only way to do that is to break the law.
You're like Kevin Bacon in that movie.
100%.
That fucking Quicksilver. Quicksilver, that's right. We're gonna watch that tonight, me and Boudreaux.
Yeah.
Or like
We're gonna eat. If you don't think me and Boudreaux are gonna cuddle on the couch eating a bag of Twix watching Quicksilver, you're fucking all wrong. We're gonna Twixsilver.
We're
All right.
almost out. Yeah, we're almost out of Twix.
we are almost out of Twix. That's so when you're riding the bike, you're like you're illegal. You're fucking flying. Is the demon the idea you had, or how much of that is you and how much of that is Boudreaux?
I think my original idea was just a bike, and
Okay.
then I was like,
Yeah.
because I'm dumb, not a smart guy. I was
I
like,
fucking completely disagree with you, and I think everybody else would completely disagree with you. Get rid of that negative self-talk. That's the end of that. Thank you. I mean, you're so clearly not a dumb guy. I mean, your experience, you have all kinds of things, but I understand that. So you think bike, and then he comes back with.
I don't remember exactly how it happened.
He's like, I heard a judge say that your stand-up is shitty. Here's a demon. You know what I mean? Like, did he read the transcripts?
Oh, I don't know if I was talking to Boudreaux or with one of the producers,
Okay.
but they were like, oh,
We
he's
have
a
a lot
really
of
great artist. Like, are you sure you just want a bike?
Right.
And I was like, what about, like, put a scary guy on the bike?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like a demon-looking scary guy. I think that's my exact text.
You, earlier when I met you like 20 minutes before the show, I walked up, I introduced myself, and you said, I'm excited to get my first tattoo. And I said, well, let's see how that goes. But so you have other tattoos? How many other tattoos do you have?
Oh, I got
I mean, you don't have to show them, but you
1,
can.
2, 3, 4. 4.
Yeah.
5.
And
This is my first good one.
it's
though.
your first, what do you mean first good one?
My other ones suck.
How come?
They're just poorly
Got him in
done.
Afghanistan? Or?
No, I don't know. It's hard for me to come up with like creative ideas.
Okay.
Like so they're all like very simple. Actually, I do have one good one. I have a cat right here.
Nice.
You guys want to see my cat?
Yeah, we're very much a cat city.
I don't know. I think this is the only good one I got. Little cat.
I like that cat. Hell yeah. It's a good cat.
JD's got a stack of cats.
JD got a stack of. Yeah, we did JD's tattoos. Make sure after this show you ask everybody we've tattooed to show you their tattoos. JD got an Idiot Box logo with some cats on it, which is pretty fucking dope. Yeah.
Where would you say you've had the most interesting meal?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, most interesting.
Oh, yeah, because I got some silly questions I got to ask you, too.
I don't know.
That's a
man.
serious one.
I know it's a serious one, but I got silly ones.
I think still in Afghanistan. The first time I had curry was in Afghanistan,
Really?
and I haven't been able to. And it rocks. and I haven't been able to find anything like it ever since. Maybe it could be because they're using the goat from earlier.
I told you it's good. Favorite kind of candy bar? You can only have one candy bar for the rest of your life. All other candy bars disappear for you. You can only have one. What is it? Hurry up.
It's got to be a fucking... What's that 100 grand bar?
Really? You go with that?
Wow.
Fucking guy.
The mark of a gentleman.
The
Fucking
mark of a
weirdo.
gentleman.
It has a crispy rice and it's got the caramel. It's fine, but I feel like. Did you grow up poor? You didn't? I would have said for sure. I would have said for sure. Anybody who picks that candy bar grew up fucking poor. But anyway. Would you rather have ear feet or feet ears?
Ear feet or feet ears?
Yeah. Hurry up.
So would I rather be deaf or not be able to walk?
I mean, both sets of ears work and both sets of feet work.
All right, in that case, I'll take feet for ears.
Feet for ears. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can fucking like wear a hat.
Let my hair down.
That was a question Seth came up with, by the way. We've been asking everybody.
You could still hear. I was about to come in and be like, well, actually, but we got it, so that works out.
Fast food. If you can only have one fast food for the rest of your life, all the rest of them are disappearing.
Checkers, dude.
Checkers.
Or they might call it rallies here or something like
Aren't they going out of
No.
business?
Checkers. I got Checkers frozen fries in the fridge, so I respect it. Yeah. You can get those at the Harris Teeter. What's your Checkers order?
Oh, it's shameful, dude. It's fucking...
No, please bring her.
It's like a Baconzilla, which is embarrassing to order as an adult.
I love anything that has either one of those words in it. Yeah. If something has bacon or Zilla, I'm in. You add both, let's get the fuck out of here and fuck. So you're getting a Baconzilla.
Large fry.
Large fry.
All right. Diet Coke.
Okay.
I'm in my 30s, you know.
Yeah, Diet Coke, because, got to take care of yourself around the Baconzilla,
Yeah, this is what makes it gross. I also get an order of wings.
I mean, it doesn't make it gross. That sounds like fucking...
Well, I mean, he's riding 30 miles a day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't...
You should be eating like 67,000 calories.
Yeah, if you weren't riding 30 miles a day, you'd look like me. You know what I mean? All right. What are the other questions we have, Seth?
Ice cream truck.
Oh, this is my favorite, ice cream truck.
I like how I didn't say it. I just said ice cream truck. This is different because I can't edit out when my joke doesn't land like I usually did. I'm killing online though.
When we do it in the studio, he can edit out his bad jokes. Yeah. All right. When you were a young kid and you would hear the ice cream fucking sound, and then you go up to the ice cream truck and it's got all the pictures of all the ice cream things. What's your go-to ice cream?
You want to hear something sad, dude? I didn't see an ice cream truck till I was an adult, dude.
Really?
West Virginia.
Well, that's fine. I didn't see people be nice to each other till I was in my 30s. Different things.
We didn't have them, dude. It's like we don't have sidewalks. We don't have ice cream trucks.
Really? Okay. So if you saw an ice cream truck now, what would be your go-to?
Oh, dude. I would push the kids out the way to get...
You don't even have to. You're just doing that for fun.
Yeah.
And then you get up to the front and be like, I don't want anything. I heard the bell, wanted to push some kids. Have a good day.
No, I love it. Fucking, it's a cherry dip with rainbow sprinkles.
Okay, yeah. That's not bad. I had a knockdown drag out argument with somebody who said that the chocolate eclairs were better than the strawberry shortcakes, and I'll fight every fucking one of you. How we looking, Boudreaux?
We're about done.
We're about done. We fucking did it,
Damn,
dude.
that thing is beautiful.
How do you feel, Jad? So let me say this. We've given tattoos to millions of people. We've given tattoos to a bunch of people, and you've sat incredibly well, dude. I think give it up to Jad. How does it? He hasn't flinched, right? He's just been fucking sitting like a goddamn champ, dude. How do you feel? And would you do this again?
Yeah, 100%. This is...
We're gonna do the same tattoo, just like a half inch to the left.
It's hard. It makes it easier to ignore, like, the if you're talking, it's hard to, like, focus on it.
Yeah, we were
Really noticed
talking.
it.
I was talking to somebody here. I don't know if they're here, but we were outside, and they actually applied for the tattoo as well. And we were talking about it, and we were just like, whenever I go get tattoos, I like to bring somebody with me so I can talk to them. And it, you know, listen, my love language is avoidance. So, we all done, Boodro? Look at that fucking
That's it,
thing.
bro.
Dude, that's beautiful, dude.
Guys, that's Mike in the Machine. Please get in touch with Seth. He'll tell you where you can find our episodes. Make sure you follow Jad on social media. Please follow Boodro. Come to Jad's show so you can see the material that was too hot for TV. Jad, we appreciate you. You got anything
Yeah,
to
man,
say,
thank you
Boodro?
so much. No, just so much. Thank you to Idiot Box to make this possible. Thank you. Huge thank you to Seth and Eric, everybody that's helping Seth tonight. Y'all all made it possible. I did a very small part of a bunch of stuff that's going on. So thank you so much, everybody. Like, share, subscribe to Mike and the Machine. I would much rather do this than go sit in a cubicle every day.
We appreciate you guys. We love you. Throw out your trash. I'm going to go smoke a lot of weed. I love you.
The universe is not trying to test you, upset you, forget you. It's just chaotic, exotic, it flaunts it, it haunts us, it tries not to taunt us. The universe is not fighting or spiting, it's simply abiding. It's something we got, we get hit, we get down, we get up, we get going, then we're gone, and we're gone.